let's find a tall seat, and if you have a blanket, I know a lot of you are at home, you can find any blanket at all and just sit up on it, and this will help accentuate the natural curve of the spine, especially in the low back there. We spend a lot of time like this, so we want to open up and find our natural curvature there. Allow your hips to be heavy against the earth, and we're just going to fall into our space and connect ourselves to our bodies. So take a couple deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the nose, just noticing the amount of effort involved in breathing, noticing the pace, the depth, temperature. Just begin to deepen your breath. Try to even out the exhales to the inhales, noticing the tiny little space in between. Big breath in through the nose, open mouth exhale, releasing any tension. Bring our hands to either side of us, take a big breath in, reach the arms above the head, gaze at the fingertips. As you exhale, we'll take a side bend over to the right. Hips stay grounded. You can gaze under that armpit if it feels good, or maybe stay gazing at the earth. And back through center, big breath in, grow tall, exhale, other direction. Gaze goes anywhere that feels comfortable, opening up the heart towards the sky. Good, 2 more times each side, just warming up. Moving with your own breath at your own pace here. And we'll come back to center. Move the blanket if you have one. We'll just roll over the knees into a tabletop position here. And as always, we want to set ourselves up for success. So place the shoulders over the wrists, the hips go over the knees, just have a nice 90-degree angle here. You can tuck your toes underneath the feet or maybe leave them flat on the earth, whatever feels best in your body. The fingertips spread out wide and inner elbows rotate forward here, and that's going to protect our shoulders. And then at the same time, we don't want to fall into the rib cage here, so lengthen through the lower spine. Tailbone reaches to the back of the room, crown of the head forward as long as you can. On your next breath in, we'll move into cow pose, reaching the tail, dropping the belly, reach the heart, reach the chin. Exhale, tail tucks in underneath you, cat pose, breathe into the back of the heart as the head hangs heavy. Inhale, broaden through the hips, broaden through the collarbones, and exhale, round. We'll do a few more of these at your own pace, moving with your own breath. And after we've done a few, we'll come back to a neutral spine. Bring your toes to touch behind you, send your knees out nice and wide, and then as you exhale, hips will go back to the heels, reach the arms in front of you. Allow your heart and your head to be heavy against the mat. Take a few breaths here, just checking back in. Allowing the hips to be heavy. You should begin to feel them opening up. After you've taken about 3 breaths, we'll claw our hands into our mats, come back up to tabletop. Toes tuck in underneath, hover the knees just for a moment, take a big breath in, and then as you exhale, we'll send the hips high and back for downward facing dog. Taking whatever you need here, pedal out the feet, bend into the knees, sway the hips side to side. Probably noticing the places that feel tight and tense, that's okay. On your next inhale, Lift the right leg to the sky, bend the knee, and stack the right hip over the left. Let that side of the body just open up. You can take a circle or two with the knee if it feels good. Another breath in. As you exhale, we'll send this knee all the way under the body, plant it between the hands. Back knee on the earth for this first round. Take a big breath in, reach the heart forward as you bend into this front knee. We'll exhale, send the hips back for half splits. And we want to find that 90-degree angle again with this back knee, so the back hip is over that knee. And the front toes pull all the way back towards the shin and the heart reaches forward. If you're having trouble here, just walk your hands back in towards you. You can tent the fingertips. Take 2 more breaths. And walk the hands back forward. Coming up, so the shoulders are over the hips. This front knee is over the ankle. We'll lift the toes and press the heel down and back so you can feel your thighs squeeze in towards each other. And then as you're ready, swing your arms above your head and lift the back knee for crescent lunge. Belly button is pressing away from the hips. We're growing as tall as we can while the hips sink down. One more big breath in here. As you exhale, hands will come to earth and we'll step all the way forward, forward fold, top of the mat. You might start noticing some differences on one side of the body to the other side. You can pedal out the feet here. Toes to touch will give you a nice opening through the hamstrings. The wider out you set your feet, the more of a hip opener and lower back opener you'll get. So just decide what you need while we're here. Bring our feet back underneath the hips. Take a breath in, reset the spine, heart comes parallel to the earth, crown of the head reaches forward, big breath in, exhale, forward fold. We'll do that a couple more times, moving with breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Last one. We're doing this just to find our length, find the strength in the core. Bend your knees generously, press your feet into the ground, we'll rise all the way up. Hands come above the head, big breath in at the top. And exhale, hands come to heart center. Taking this moment to notice one side of the body versus the other side of the body. Noticing any challenges or places that felt really good. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, forward fold all the way to the earth. Halfway lift on your inhale, we're moving with our breath. Exhale, fold, and the right foot will step back. Back knee goes on the earth for this first round. Big breath in, reach through the heart. Exhale, send the hips back, half splits. Again, finding that 90-degree angle, toes pulling back, heart reaching forward. Take a few breaths. Walk the hands back forward, stacking our shoulders over the hips. Find that action where the thighs are squeezing in towards each other, and then as you're ready, we'll lift the back knee off the earth, crescent lunge. Big inhale here. Exhale, hands to earth. Step all the way back, downward facing dog. Moving a little bit quicker just to bring some heat into the body. We'll inhale, lift the left leg. Bend the knee and stack the hip. Find a circle or two here. And we'll send this leg underneath us. Squeeze the thighs towards each other. Inhale, up, crescent lunge. Finding a breath or two here just to find our form. Feel a good stretch. Inhaling taller. Exhale, hands to earth, step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise and reach tall. Exhale, Samasthiti, taking another breath. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, heart comes parallel to the earth. Exhale, fold, hands plant to the ground, left foot steps back. Inhale, up, crescent lunge. Exhale down, step back, downward facing dog. Take a breath, stretch it out. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step between the hands. Inhale up, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to earth, step forward, forward fold. Reset the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise and reach tall. Exhale, hands come to heart center, grow tall as you can here, feel grounded underneath the feet. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the palms to the earth, step back. Inhale up, crescent lunge. It's familiar to us at this point. Move with your breath. Inhale, lift the left leg. As you exhale, we'll step between the hands. This time, turn your toes and walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Find a nice wide-legged forward fold here. You can bend into one knee and then the other. Sway side to side. You can find some gentle twists. We'll bring our hands to our hips, lead with your heart as you rise up. And then take your right foot, turn it out to the front of your mat, and then bend into the knee. Hips stay open, arms can come out to the side. Gaze over that front fingertip. Make sure your shoulders aren't coming up to your ears here, nice and relaxed. Strong through the core, so the feet are squeezing towards each other, and this front knee is rotating open. So it's right over the ankle, keeping you nice and safe. As you inhale, shift forward in your space, and then we'll exhale into extended side angle. So elbow can hit the knee, this arm can reach for the sky, or maybe bring it up and over. As you inhale, come back to warrior two. We'll come through center, parallel the feet, and then exhale, warrior two, other side. Finding your form, finding your positioning in your feet, making sure your shoulders aren't scrunched up to your ears. Take a breath in, reach forward, exhale, extended side angle. Inhaling back to warrior two. Straighten both legs, big breath in, exhale, forward fold. Turn the toes, walk your hands back to the top of the mat. Plant them firmly, step back, downward facing dog. We'll just open up the hips a little bit more here. Inhale, reach the right leg to the sky. As you exhale, step between the hands. Set the back knee on the earth and untuck the toes. We'll walk this foot just to the outer edge of our mat here. Hands come just underneath the shoulders. You're probably already feeling a nice compression on the inner right thigh, opening up along the front left side body. So just keep your heart reaching forward here. Take a couple breaths. If you need more, you can always drop down to your forearms. Just decide what you need today. Stillness is always welcome. Maybe you find some little pulses and movements. We'll take this left foot, bring it back to the center of the mat. Left hand plants firmly to the earth. Right fingertips reach back. You can bend that back knee and reach for the foot. You don't have to grab it. If you're right here, that's totally fine. Maybe you wiggle it into your fingertips. Just find a nice twist. Let the shoulder open. Feel the psoas beginning to open up here. We'll release this twist. Hand comes back to the earth, and then drop your right knee behind the right wrist. Flex through the right heel to keep that knee safe. This foot can be anywhere behind the left wrist. Take a big breath in, reach the heart, and then as you exhale, we'll bow to the earth. Pigeon pose. You can land on stacked fists. Maybe you stay up on your forearms, or maybe you come all the way to the earth. Find some nice deep breaths along the back of your body. exhale, rise back up, walk your hands back in underneath you. We'll tuck that back toe under, lift the back knee off the earth, and then pick up your front leg, send it all the way back, shake it out. Take what you need here. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, step between the hands. Setting that back knee on the earth. We'll take a nice big breath in, bend deep into the front knee. As you exhale, send the hips back for half splits. Bowing over that front knee. Crawling back forward, hands will plant just underneath the shoulders, left toes make their way to the edge of the mat, untuck the back toes, and reach the heart. Feel the nice stretch along the front hip here, the compression on the inner left thigh. Taking what you need, going as far into this as feels good for you today. Plant the right hand to the earth. Take your right fingertips, swing them behind you, bend that back knee, reach for the foot. You may or may not grab it. Doesn't matter if you do or don't. Letting the heart open here, finding a nice twist. And twists are so detoxing for the spine and the liver. They aid in digestion. We want to do those every day. Coming back to the earth, we'll take this foot, make its way across the mat as the knee drops behind the left knee. Lengthen out through that back leg. Big breath in to reach the heart, and then as you exhale, take this as far as you need to. Finding some nice deep breaths when you get there. After you've done about 3 breaths, we'll walk the hands back under the shoulders. Same thing on this side. We'll pick up that back leg, send the front leg back, shake it out in counter movements that feel good after that compression. And then walk the hands and the feet towards each other to the center of your mat. We'll heel toe our feet out nice and wide here, toes at a slight angle. Hands will come to heart as you lift up halfway, and then on your exhale, drop the tailbone between the heels, Malasana squat. You can hang out on top here, maybe you get the elbows down in between. We're just lengthening out through the lower spine here. Also getting some digestion going with the compression against the rib cage. Nice hip opener. Make sure that you can get your feet flat on the earth, so if you need to wiggle them out a little further, that is okay. When we find this action where the heart reaches towards the thumbs, maybe you close the eyes down and reconnect with your breath if you've lost it. Take 2 more breaths here. Bring our hands to the earth, straighten the legs, shake out the hips, let all that fresh, purified blood come in. And then however you would like to get there, we'll make our way to our backs. Giving yourself a nice tight squeeze when you get to the earth. We'll find a happy baby, so you can just separate out the knees, reach through the thighs, and grab the bottoms of your feet, plant the feet on the ceiling, and then play here. You can rock side to side or straighten one leg and then the other. And you'll know exactly what you need when you get into this pose. The places that need to be stretched or a little extra love. We'll keep our right knee hugged in, left leg goes out long on the mat. Take a big inhale, squeeze the knee in towards your heart. As you exhale, we'll take the knee all the way across the body for a twist. We twist first to the right and then to the left to start the digestive process and then help with elimination. And we're also bringing the nervous system back to a calm state. Inhale yourself back to center and switch sides. Big inhale, tight squeeze. As you exhale, find your twist. Checking with your breath, make sure you can still breathe. There's never any benefit to compromising your breath. Inhale back to center. Big breath in as you bring your knees in towards your heart, and then as you exhale, find your final resting pose of Shavasana.